Okay, here's an update to the FCU network schedule since Anitoon TV decided to officially announce theirs with the schedule, which should be getting an update soon. Hopefully I can get a programming block ready with that, but I have to strike a deal with Antonio first to be able to do that and see what shows he's okay with me airing. Anyway, let's see what the schedule shows. Paw Patrol, alright. Yeah, no one is going to be surprised about that. Phineas and Ferb, I don't think anyone will be surprised about that either. Demon Slayer, which some people will have a shock towards that, but the only people who aren't going to be shocked will most likely be Liam along with Bailey. Let's be honest here. But if those know about my relationship with Bailey, then none of them are going to be shocked either. Then Milo Murphy's Law, which to Liam will be of no shock, but there are definitely going to be some people looking at me like, wait, what is Milo Murphy's Law? Even some in the cartoon community. Yep, there's definitely some people that don't even know about it, even in this community. But anyway, Steven Universe, which it will come to no shock among anyone, which is actually because of its popularity. Animaniacs, which, because of how old it is compared to all the other shows I've already mentioned, it's probably going to come to a shock on some people. Baby Shark's Big Show, to no one's surprise, let's be honest. Considering I already have Paw Patrol, no one's going to be shocked towards Baby Shark's Big Show, which does mark to be the second Nick Jr. show already, which is the first time that a show airs as a series on the same network as another show that's already airing on here. And then Phineas and Ferb, first time that we get an airing of a show that has already made an airing on the network as is. And then first time we get two airings of the same show in a row, Demon Slayer, which also marks the first time we get a third airing of a show to air. Anyway, SpongeBob SquarePants being next, this is the only time slot across the entire day, which means literally he gets 6 times to air throughout the entire day because of the fuck around Fridays. Yeah, that's an actual block that's about to come in, which means he only gets 6 airings throughout the entire week, which are Saturdays through Thursdays. Yep. Followed up by an airing of Paw Patrol, which no surprise among anyone. And then Milo Murphy's Law airing. Wait, no, Peppa Pig actually for 25 minutes, and then we get Milo Murphy's Law. So Peppa Pig ends up being another mini hour of Nick Jr., I guess. But then there, with Milo Murphy's Law, we get into the 5:15 a.m., but then followed up by Barney and Friends, which may come to a surprise from some people. And then we get our first anime that's actually meant for kids, Pokemon, which airs twice a day on the daily at 6:15 a.m. Which, let's see, based on which the 6:15 airing only happens Sundays through Thursdays, but I can guarantee 6:40 a.m. to be an everyday thing, which means on the daily, like, we do get one airing on the daily, but then there are going to be programming blocks to allow it to air for more than 13 times a week. Anyway, throughout the entire week, Anyway, next up, we get 15 airings in a row of Paw Patrol. Yep. For 6 straight hours. Crazy, I know. Anyway. Followed up by 3 airings of Phineas and Ferb, which seems like a good deal. And then 2 airings of Wow Wow Websy, and then an airing of the Owl House, then Dora the Explorer, and then which gets 2 airings. So yeah, we get our first look at it, and next up we get Milo Murphy's Law so far, which the Milo Murphy's Law airing we get a 25-minute airing, which then we get Budge, which again, yeah, kind of took a while for my YouTube channel to acknowledge that show, but of course, this is the second video that acknowledges it, which you're probably going to only see that whenever there's a schedule update to the FCU network, if you're ever going to hear me mentioning Bodge of all shows. And then Wonder Pets, which, yeah, it's definitely weird how it's taken me quite a while for me to acknowledge it. Although the Mr. Men show next, which I will mention, you're not going to see any videos across 2024 acknowledging this show. Followed up by an airing of Arthur, and then Rosie's Rules, and then Miraculous, and then Milo Pony Friendship is Magic, which is the 3rd time where a show airs on the hour for when it comes in. And then Dora the Explorer, which, it's supposed to be 2 airings of MOP, I guess. So I will be fixing that pretty soon here. Especially but it's gonna go down to 1 airing pretty soon here. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and change it right now. So, yeah. Never mind. I'm not going to. Anyway, let's go ahead and check. Super Y airs after Dora the Explorer, and then Ni Hao Kai Lan, then Hamster and Gretel, then Rubble and Crew, then Dora and Friends, then the Backyardigans, then Bubble Guppies, then Max and Ruby, then Go Diego Go. And then, as for the programming blocks, Fresh Fairy Fans Friday, yeah, airs on the hour, which means all airings that take place past starting at Dora and Friends will be delayed by 5 minutes. So with that, the Fresh Beat Band of Spies at 5 p.m., followed up by the Fairly Odd Parents, then Paw Patrol, then Dora the Explorer, then Go Diego Go, then Dora and Friends, then Ni Hao Kai Lan, then Barney and Friends, then Hamster and Gretel, then Bubble Guppies, then Kuku Harajuku, then Timu Mizumi, which means on Fridays that eliminates, let's see what shows they eliminate. From 5 p.m. to 10 p.m., that means we eliminate Wonder Pets, the Mr. Men show, Arthur, Rosie's Rules, Miraculous, Milo Pony, Super Y, considering how we still have Dora the Explorer over on the block, and lastly, the show we eliminate, Rubble and Crew. That's the last show we eliminate out of the main schedule. And then to eliminate from Super Sunny Secret School Breaks Saturdays, I know a long name, but it's a long block, so I gotta get a long name. Anyway, so let's see what this, so from 7 a.m. through 3:45 p.m., which means we eliminate all the 7 a.m., all the airings from 7:05 to 1:10 of Paw Patrol. We eliminate all of that alongside the 3 airings of Phineas and Ferb, the 2 airings of Wow Websy, and the airing of the Owl House on Saturdays. And replace that with, and therefore the shows we still get out of these this selection looks to be Paw Patrol, Phineas and Ferb, and Dora the Explorer. But Paw Patrol's cut down to only 2 airings. Although Phineas and Ferb and Dora the Explorer are being moved around. And the other slots we get Sunny Day, we got Sunny Day at 7 a.m. And then there's the Paw Patrol airings, and then followed up by Shimmer and Shine at 8:15. Then there's the Dora the Explorer airings, followed up by PJ Masks at 9:30. At 9:55 we get Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, and then we get Super Duper Bunny League at 10:20, and then at 10:45 a.m. we get Word Girl, and then Phineas and Ferb gets their time at 11:10 there. So at noon, yep, there's another on the hour slot where we get Hamster and Gretel, and then Teen Titans, and then Teen Titans Go as like a little Teen Titans block within this block, and then we get Steven Universe, then Bluey, which only gets a 10-minute airing, kind of like how Raj does it. But then we get Kuku Harajuku, and then Dragon Ball, Naruto, all grown up. And then to end off the block, we get the Fairly Odd Parents at 2:05, 2:30, 2:55, and then 3:20 respectively, which means the block would end at 3:45 p.m. And of course it's a Saturday only thing. And then to coincide with the Fresh Fairy Fans Friday, we get an adult block called Fuck Around Friday, which I mentioned earlier, which, let's see what shows that time slot eliminates. From 4 a.m. to 6:30 a.m., which means we eliminate the SpongeBob airing, which is why I mentioned only Saturdays through Thursdays. And then our nighttime airing of Paw Patrol we eliminate, along with Peppa Pig. So yeah, that show also only gets us Saturday through Thursday. And then we eliminate Mile Murphy's Law and Barney and Friends. And then we eliminate the first airing of Pokemon. We don't eliminate the second. Anyway, let's see what this is showing. We got Family Guy. Okay, Family Guy there at 4 a.m. 4:25 a.m. we got South Park, and then Rick and Morty at 4:50 a.m. and then at 5:15 a.m. we get Demon Slayer, and then we get King of the Hill at 5:40 a.m. and then at 6:05 a.m. we get Bob's Burgers. And then we get our first anime block, which is supposed to have a Toonami theme, Toonami Tuesday Takeover, which is from 2 p.m. to 4:30 p.m., which means we eliminate from the main schedule, we eliminate the third airing of Phineas and Ferb that's supposed to be airing at 2 p.m., which would be an on-the-hour airing there. And we eliminate both of the Wow Wow Websy airings, along with the Owl House and the 2 Dora the Explorer airings. And in place of those, we get an anime to air in each slot, which Pokemon airs at 2:30, Naruto at 2:25. Wait, no, I mean at 2 o'clock for Pokemon, but Dragon Ball shows up at 2:50. Excuse me. Anyway, Demon Slayer at 3:15, 3:40 being Sailor Moon, 4:05 p.m. being Powerpuff Girls Z, which is the anime version of the Powerpuff Girls. Yep. Yeah, we don't get the original Powerpuff Girl. Anyway, let's continue. The Starry Superstar Weekend. Yeah, I would have wanted it to just be a one-day-a-week thing, but I decided why not have it being both days that start with S, and therefore made it weekends instead. Which means we get Star Wars Young Jedi Adventures, and then Star Trek Prodigy, which airs at 8:15 and 8:40. Then at 9:05 we get The Patrick Star Show, And then we end it all off with Star vs. the Forces of Evil at 9:30. And then we got Marvel Monday Moonlight, which, if you're confused about why Word Girl shows up at the end, there's some Marvel comics that are in it. Like, there's some Marvel comics that are actually official to exist for the show. But yeah, before that, we also have Spidey's Amazing Friends at 8:40, but 8:15 we got Marvel's Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur. Yep. With Word Girl being the 9:05 airing. And then we get 4Kids Fridays, another anime-themed block, which from 2 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. on Fridays. Would have been from 5 p.m., but you know about the other block that airs at that time. So yeah, Friday's got 3 programming blocks going on all at once, which 4Kids Fridays airs at Pokemon at 2 o'clock. At 2:25 we got Dragon Ball Z, and then Powerpuff Girls Z at 2:50, then Naruto at 3:15, Sailor Moon at 3:40, and then at 4:05 we got One Piece, and then My Little Monday, which airs from 3:30 to 5, which, let's see what we got here. My Little Pony Friendship is Magic at 3:30, Lil Bill at, it's supposed to be 3:55, but it says 3:50. I still have an error with that, but yeah. Little Einstein's at 4:20. And then Jessica's Big Little World at 4:45. And then we got MeToon Z to be the next programming block, which we have with MeToon Z being a Monday being on. Wait, no, hold up. MeToon Z is actually a weekday block deal. So, yeah. If you're wondering. MeToon Z being weekdays from 12 p.m. all the way up until 1:40 p.m. Which, my special rule about MeToon Z, we got 1 Warner Bros. Produced show, 1 Cartoon Network original show, one foreign animated show that's produced in France, and 1 anime. It's supposed to be 1 of each. That's my special rules that I got going on there to reference the original Magoozy. And with that, we got Totally Spies at noon, followed up by Codename Kids Next Door at 12:25. Yep. Static Shock at 12:50, and then Sonic X at 1:15, which that 1:15 airing, I wanted it to have an airing. I had also another rule, another special rule where it would have to air only shows that so far haven't appeared on a programming block yet, which ends up causing, which the only will also have, originally I wanted the rule to also have shows that have also aired on the original Magoozy to kind of show nostalgia for the block, but all the animes that did air are already airing on other blocks, like the ones for Toonami and 4Kids. And let's go ahead and see what the 2 that were added today, like the 2 that were thought of for today. Tidy Toons Day, which airs Bubble Guppies at 9 o'clock, and then we get 2 airings of Dora the Explorer at 9:25, and then at 10:15 we get Paw Patrol, which Tuesdays is when this is airing. Which, hey, look at that. An 80-minute gap between that and MeToon Z. And then Supercharged Sundays was originally supposed to be Supercharged Saturdays, but this is the one that was thought of by Liam, which this airs from noon all the way up until 3:45. Would have just originally been a situation of airing from noon to 2:30, but noon to 2:20, but I thought of a way to expand the block, which means we have an official noon to 3:45 p.m. time schedule, which here's what Liam thought of what would air, which would be Hamster and Gretel, then Word Girl, then Teen Titans Go at noon, 12:25, and 12:50 respectively, At 1:15 we get Miraculous, and then we get the 1980 series for Astro Boy, the 1980s version, which I guess is his favorite, which airs at 1:40 p.m. And then at 2:05 p.m. we get TMNT, the 2012 version. And then we get 2 airings of Paw Patrol and then an airing of Bubble Guppies, which was what I thought of adding. Anyway, tell me what you think of this schedule now, since we got an update. Which it looks like, from what I am noticing, made this video 16 minutes instead of the 12 minutes that the 1,000th video celebration was. Which Anatoon TV, if you want to see his, link in the description, and that video is going to be a 19-minute video if you want to find out about that. Anyway, let's go ahead and end this video.